This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Okay, got it. Imagine you are in a room with no ceiling. Dozens of people have their eyes on you. A camera follows your every move. The lights blind your vision. A boom mic hovers just inches above your head, and you have to pretend none of it is there. You try to clear your mind, only to become more self-aware than ever. You start to breathe manually. You start to consciously blink. You can see your nose between your eyes, and you can feel your tongue touching your teeth. The AD calls out, "Silence on set!" The still air suffocates. You feel your center of gravity shifting. You notice your hunch, so you straighten up, but now it feels too exaggerated. Sound, speed, camera, rolling. Scene 1, shot 1, take 1. Mark it. All you have to do is walk forward and say, "This video is sponsored by Squarespace." But the moment the director says, "Action!" you tense up. Your legs go numb, and you forgot how to walk. The camera is an amnesia machine. You put it in front of someone and they'll forget when to talk, how to smile, where to walk. Every movement becomes a decision.
Let's move on.
It's a struggle that often goes unnoticed by us unless something goes horribly wrong.
Did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
We love to feast our eyes on big emotions and grand physical performances, but it's only when you see the fundamentals can you truly understand the subtle art of acting. Among the most famous walks in cinema, few are as iconic as that of Maggie Cheung's. From grandiose hilarity to a melancholic moment in time, Maggie Cheung's walk is poetry in motion. So, in this video, we honor one of Hong Kong's greatest actresses and use this opportunity to explore the art of walking on screen. Born in Hong Kong to Shanghainese parents, Maggie Cheung grew up in England with an eye for the world and a passion for fashion. She did modeling and was a pageant queen. She paints and she composes. She was and is a multifaceted artistic person. And that is why it's insulting to see how monotone her early roles were. From her breakout performance in Police Cadet 84 to her early film appearances, Maggie Cheung was always the innocent, clumsy, dainty princess. She was a pageant queen, so she was immediately typecast as an eye candy. It is as shallow as it gets.
咁但係當時係好難受嘅，因為好多人都話我演戲好差，咁我又唔係好憤氣，即係我自己雖然知道我冇乜天分同埋冇受過訓練，但係我覺得我唔信係冇可能咯，即係我覺得表情係人都會有嘅，感情係人都會有嘅，點解我一定做唔到呢？即係我又有少少好似唔憤氣。
Still, Maggie Cheung puts her best foot forward. In Police Story, Maggie plays Jackie's girlfriend. Through her small steps and a bowed head, Maggie easily expresses the character's insecurity. It's masterful. She reprised this role in 2 additional sequels, always keeping the character consistent, which is a feat on its own. In my opinion, the first movie to truly showcase Maggie Cheung is Center Stage, released in 1991. In this biopic, Maggie plays Ran Yingyu, China's earliest and most famous movie star. Big shoes to fill, and Maggie Cheung hit it out of the park. "13 minutes in, we have our first walking performance. She hunches forward, right arm hugging herself, left arm against her lips. We can tell she's cold. She paces, and we can see that she's thinking. When she lies down on the snow, it starts to make sense. The scene cuts to her next performance. Turns out she was thinking about her acting. Here we learn our first lesson. Walking doesn't just involve the legs. You act from head to toe. How straight is her back, where she puts her hands, these tiny decisions are all part of her walk, and it indicates the mind of the character. Here's another example. In this shot, she walks at a leisurely pace. Her hand gracefully rests on top of the handrail. It shows her familiarity with the location, and indeed, she's just going to work, a thing she does every day. In this scene, however, she walks at a much faster and steadier rhythm. She looks at the steps as she goes, and she grabs onto the guardrail. It's much less relaxed because it's an unfamiliar place, and she's also going to confront her ex-husband. It is subtle, but it can be felt. It is the difference between ascends the stairs and hurries up the steps. The use of body language is every bit as colorful as the use of actual languages. Now, look back at May from Police Story, a dramatic transformation, wouldn't you say? By Maggie Cheung's own admission, she's not a very technical actress.
我唔係一個有 formula 嘅演員嚟嘅，我唔覺得我自己係一個好專業嘅演員嚟嘅，但係我盡量每次擺真感情落去，所以我自己係好辛苦嘅。
What she does is to immerse herself into the world of the characters. Yup, the purest form of method acting. Through the mind and habit of the characters, her performance emerged organically. So organic, in fact, it's easy to forget she's acting. Even a simple walk is a performance of emotions. Action! This video is sponsored by Squarespace. What is Squarespace, you ask? Well, it offers the best set of tools on the internet to make your website. Want to start from scratch? There are tools for that. Want to jumpstart with a template? That's an option too. You can edit without the need for coding, but also edit with coding. You can even learn how to code by visiting the Help Center. The flexible editing process leads to flexible results. Squarespace helps you tailor your website exactly to your needs. Whether you are making a portfolio, a business homepage, or an online store, Squarespace can make it work and make it uniquely to your taste. Start a free trial at squarespace.com/accencinema. Use the code accencinema and you can get 10% off your first purchase. Why limit yourself to social media when you can express yourself fully with a website? Visit squarespace.com/accencinema and start your free trial today. Cut. Let's roll our clock back to 1988. This year, Maggie Cheung's career was forever changed thanks to a certain director. As Tears Go By, directed by Wong Kar-wai, is often credited as the film that turned Maggie into a serious actress. In the film, Maggie Cheung plays a woman who falls in love with a mob enforcer. Instead of your usual girl next door, however, she's more of an angelic symbol, a refuge for her gangster love interest. In the opening sequence, she quietly explores his apartment. The way she curiously examines the place, discovering danger and decay, it's a mix of strong direction and nuanced performance. How do you walk like a curious woman peering into the criminal underworld? Well, Maggie Cheung did it. From that point on, Maggie's character became more varied and cinematic, which is great news for us. We'll return to Wong Kar-wai in the next chapter. No longer defined by her beauty, in 1996, Maggie made one of her most underrated performances in Comrade, Almost a Love Story.
我还喜欢甜蜜蜜，是，
我也喜欢李乔这个角色。
对，甜蜜蜜演得很好，
谢谢。
In this romantic drama, Maggie plays Li Qiao, a Chinese immigrant in Hong Kong, desperately trying to fit in, trying to get rich. There, she forms a bond with another immigrant. They fall in love, then drift apart as life takes its toll. This country bumpkin character is a major departure from her usual glamorous and innocent roles. Yeah, she mops the floor a lot in this movie, and even from that you can tell she's a working class woman. She strolls with wide steps, her arms swing around when she talks, she fidgets with her wallet, and she bends forward when she lectures people. Every detail indicates the character's history. She's a country girl with a less refined upbringing. The big performance comes halfway through the film when Li Qiao hits rock bottom. She's in debt, working in a sleazy massage parlor, and sees no future in her life and her love affair. Now, watch her eyes. Notice how she's looking around as if she's searching for something. And as she walks, her agitation grows. In this scene, she doesn't just walk. She's searching, aimless, and her gaze avoids the path ahead. Her movement poetically mirrors her mental state, and the dialogue underscores it. It's simple, yes, but deeply effective. When you put it together, the emotion takes over. You can feel the disorientation. Comrades, Almost a Love Story lets us see the next layer of acting. It's not just emotions and feelings, cold, casual, anxious. Her walk spells out the story, who she is, where she's been, and where she's heading. It's the performance of narratives. It demands total immersion in the character and script. Our body language is truly a language, but it takes some dedication and talent to write a story with it. Let's return to Wong Kar-wai. Our international viewers often express their infatuation with Maggie Cheung. Everyone has a crush on her, and I think that's all because of Wong Kar-wai. As one of cinema's most poetic directors, Wong Kar-wai's women are cinematic icons, and Maggie, one of his most frequent collaborators, often embodies his vision of timeless elegance. That association is so strong that even today, when we picture a woman walking in a cheongsam, we think of Maggie Cheung. All this brings us to, you guessed it, In the Mood for Love. To understand Maggie Cheung's performance, we have to understand some history. The lineage of cheongsam, also called qipao, came from the Manchu people of the Qing dynasty. It was developed into its current form in the 1920s, just after the fall of Imperial China. It was a dress embraced by high society. Here is actress Zhou Xuan in the 1930s expressing the classic elegance of the dress. Then came World War II, the Chinese Civil War, and the founding of Communist China. People from Shanghai, often social elites who were easy targets of communism, fled to Hong Kong. And the ladies of Shanghai brought with them their cheongsam. That is the historical setting of In the Mood for Love. The landlady of the film speaks Shanghainese. It's a detail that goes unnoticed by most international viewers. Due to its connection with high society, made iconic by celebrities of the past, cheongsam becomes an icon of nostalgia, a symbol of the romantic golden age. That's the Chinese title of In the Mood for Love, a blossoming era. Compared to a prior naturalistic performance, Maggie's work here is intentionally stylized. After all, Wong Kar-wai is a formless filmmaker. His characters are inscrutable. So instead, Maggie Cheung acts according to the theme, the tone, and the fantasy. Her elegant sway isn't character-driven, but an embodiment of collective memory. This is how Chinese people imagined women in the 1950s used to walk. Graceful, yet flirtatious. It exists only in our imagination, and yet here she is, bringing it to life. It's the performance of themes, and I honestly have no clue how she did it. If I knew, I would be the next Wong Kar-wai. To this day, walk through old Hong Kong and you'll often see women in Cheung reenacting Maggie Cheung's walk. Maggie created not just a character, but an entire culture. Post-2005, Maggie Cheung dramatically reduced her on-screen appearances. By then, she doesn't even walk, she just flies. She began a new journey of self-discovery, expanding her horizon further with music, film editing, DJing, yes really, philanthropy, and a lot more. And here I am, still trying to figure out which foot goes first. As we have seen, walking on screen is both the simplest and the most difficult thing an actor can do. It's difficult because of its subtlety. Unlike big dramatic moments, there is no big emotions to lean on, no obvious cue. You are on your own with your body. But it's also simple, because you have no choice. When a director calls action, you have to walk in whichever way you feel right. Hopefully, today's video offers you some insight into the difficulties of acting. Next time, when you see a character walking, ask yourself, what would you do if you were in front of the camera, in a room with no ceiling?